Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, Angelina? The title? Yeah, yeah, I gotta explain something here. Let's get into the game and I'll explain what I'm doing and what's wrong with it. And after some testing, it's nothing that we did wrong. Nothing with the design. My design's perfect. Everything's perfect with that. But there's some game mechanics that break this system, and I'll be going over those and how I'm fixing it, and it's going to be a lot. But um, we're doing an early stream for now. Right now, we're going to work on the item sorter. I'm going to tear it down and everything. But later on, whenever I do the normal stream, we will be working on either the dragon or the walkway. So this is kind of like a quote unquote bonus stream, if you would say. Um, but whenever we stream later, we will be working on something different. So I'm not working on the item sorter still. So why is my account thing not coming up? Let me close Minecraft real quick. So this is sort of like a quote unquote bonus stream, if you would say. I'm just taking it down, and yeah, I'll explain some stuff first. I don't have to take down the whole thing. We only have to take down half of it and rebuild. We gotta move it over one block. Literally, we gotta take it down and rebuild it to move it one block. That's a lot of work to move something one block, but we got this. We have to fix it. There's no way we can go without fixing it. F1. Alright, I did not mean to click off the screen. I tried to do one thing and it closed out my whole window again. I don't know why it does that. I need to try to change the live scene to game instead of screen cap. But every time I do that, it won't pick up Minecraft for some reason. Yeah, it's a problem with chunk borders. Exactly what it is. It's not that it's too far. It's not that it's too big. So basically, after a lot of testing and a lot of figuring stuff out, so the chunk border, this middle chunk, the chunk border is right here. This line and this line. So that's one chunk. That's another chunk. And this hopper lines up with it. So if you have items going over the chunk border, the hopper won't pick it up. Kind of makes sense? Yeah, it took hours to figure that out. I had to test so many different things. I had to like copy and paste like different chunks and move around the system, and it took forever to figure this out. But basically, I wish I would have known this, but items do not get picked up if they're on the border. In this middle section here, this right here is the chunk border, and since that line, since the items flow on that border, it won't pick up that. So to fix it, you know, the middle one's the only one on the border. So you would think you could just take this middle one and scoot it back. But these modules, they're so compact, I can't move just the middle one. I gotta move all three. So to fix it, I gotta take down all of the, like half the item sorter. So let's see, this one right here. Hold on a second. I will give you a better, let me see. Let's make some half slabs real quick. Okay, so the border is here. So it's here, here, this one here, and here. Okay, so basically this line in between these two pieces is where the border is, and then it turns, I'll go ahead and mark out the whole center circle. Here, 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 and here. Okay, I'm not going to fully map it out, but that's why these right here, these are good. If you look at this line, it doesn't cut that off. But this one right here. So that one, that middle row is broke. This middle row is broke. That middle row is broke. And the one that matches that, so that middle is broke. So it's that one, that one, that one, and that one. So we can either deal with it and just take out this middle row on 4 of the sides. So just this middle row here. It'll be that one right there, that one, and that one. But I can't have that. We gotta have the whole system. We gotta have the whole thing running. So what we gotta do is take down this whole section, move it back 1 block, take down this whole section, and this whole section. So that's 4 of the 8 sides we gotta take down and move it back 1 block. Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be quite a bit more work, but it's something that has to be done. Am I taking down everything? Not everything, just the section. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing, I don't want to redesign this whole middle piece or this middle piece here, because I'm widening it by 1 block. So what I'm going to do is, it's not going to be matching on both sides, but I do have room. So basically, I'm going to keep this front wall the same. So all this front's going to stay. The only difference is I'm going to add in another hopper right here to move this back, just move this redstone back 1. And on some of the sides, there's going to be this gap. This is going to get moved back 1 right here. So this redstone's going to be here. You know, this is going to be here. So we're just scooting this back by 1 thing. But to do that, you know, I got to tear everything down. How big is your world size and what do you play on? I play on Bedrock Edition. The world is on PS4. I play on PC. I joined myself. And the world size is 228 MB, I want to believe, or 55 MB. I don't know. Go look at the tour video. Go on my channel, look at the tour video, and it'll show the exact size of my world. I believe it's 255 or 258 or something like that MB. So it's not the big. I don't explore random chunks. Like, I don't go flying and explore loading in new areas. So my world stays small. It would have been good to download a resource pack that shows chunk borders, but we didn't know it. I didn't know that was a thing, Angelina. I did not question if that was a thing about if an item is going down the border, if a hopper would pick it up if it's on the border wall. Like, that was not something that I would think, you know? And it sucks because this thing was basically done. It was done. We just had to put all the items in, and now we got to rebuild half the thing. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start for now. Basically, I'll go in the back of them for now, take out the stuff, and go ahead and start tearing it down. Other than that, there's nothing we could really do about it. And I want this system up and running fully, eventually. So that's the only reason I'm actually doing this and actually taking it down. You know, nothing we can do about it. Live and learn, I guess. It would have been easier finding out what the problem was if I had the resource pack. Do I want to do some PvP soon off stream? Storm, maybe. I did a PvP yesterday on stream. So like I was saying, since there's more people in chat now, like I was saying, this isn't the normal stream for now. Later on, I will do the normal stream, but we'll be working on something different. I just figured I would stream now and do this. Okay, so I could start by... We can start by emptying out all these things. Actually, I don't know if I need to empty them. I mean, we can pull it out. Yeah, I'm not even going to empty them, because whenever I break this, it's going to go through. So let's start collecting all the redstone and stuff. So let's just start tearing it down. This fix shouldn't be too hard. Like, yes, we got to rebuild 4 of the modules, but we already have all the materials. We have everything we need, so it shouldn't take too long to fix it. And I'll work on it off stream and stuff like that too. So I'll be working on this quite a bit just to get this done, fixed, and over with, you know. There's some other things that's going to like take a while to figure out, because the whole reason I don't really want to do this is because I have everything lined up perfectly. Like, okay, this is lined up with that perfectly, and say whenever we move it back one, alright, hold on a second. Okay, so whenever we move it back one, this right here is lined up centered, right? So you see how this pillar is centered, and that drops straight down into this. So what we're going to have to do, I want to keep this centered no matter what, and this whole thing's moving over one. We're going to have the items coming in here hit this stream and push in that way. So we can leave this centered, that's fine, because we can just have them come in this line and hit this stream and go over. This up here, it should be fine. Just increase it by 1, move everything. The only problem is it's not going to be exactly the same on both sides. Like, yeah, so it's not going to be the exact same on both sides, which is unfortunate. But it's not going to be noticeable. This build is so big, it's not going to be noticeable. Nitro, if you want, I come in later and place all that string. What do you mean place all that string? All the string that's on top? There's not too much string. There's a line of string here, and like the corners is a line of string. I don't like that creeper down there. Yeah, so I figured since I was bored anyways, I would go ahead and start on this and start a stream and, you know, see what's up. I ain't even worried about that creeper. Not even worried about it. I'm taking it down anyways. The only thing I hope he didn't do is empty out. Okay, we're good. Because he did break this piece of redstone here, so I was just making sure he didn't empty out this piece right here. So, yeah, we're good. I do want to collect all these materials, though, get all these resources. Why am I doing this? Because it's broken. I just explained it. Zombie, I don't really want to explain it again. Basically, the farm is... Oh, that was a voice crack right there. Basically, the farm is broken, and it has to get moved over by 1 block. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Let's go ahead and stop the water. Yeah, it's broken and it needs to be moved over by 1 block. Chunk error stuff. Alright, let's get down here so we can just get rid of all this water fast and easy. I mean, really, I could leave it. Like I was saying, I could leave it and just deal with it. Because there's only 4 rows. So it's literally only this middle row here. That middle row there. That middle row, which barely has anything on it. And then this middle row here. So we could just take out this middle row and move around items and make everything fit, because we still have plenty of storage and plenty of room to fit everything in. Like, we got well over enough, because look, all these are empty. But I don't want to go that route, because I'd rather have it all working, you know. So we're not taking the easy way. We're doing it the hard way and rebuilding. Oh wait, let me check one thing just to make 100% sure real quick. Okay, if I move this back 1. This line's here. If I move it back 1, it'll be here. That'll be in this chunk. This one will get here to that chunk. Okay, so it should be good if we move it back 1. Because the line's right here, right? So I was worried about, since we're moving the top one back, so the line's here. If we move it back, it'll be here. And the one that's broken is here. So we can't be on this line. So we're putting it here, so that should be good. Entire thing, or just 1/4 of it? 1/2 of it. There's 8 sections. So let me fly up real quick. Okay, so there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, all 8 of them. I gotta move this one, and these 2. So we gotta move 4 of the 8. In the long run, you'll think so. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. The long run. Even though this is going to be a lot of work and stuff, it'll be good in the long run. Definitely when it's fully working and stuff. I can tell you right now, this does not feel good right now. Tearing down something that we spent literally 3 months building. Not what I want it to be doing today. But yeah, last night I was up for like 4 or 5 hours testing stuff, figuring stuff out. What I was doing is I was testing the water streams and stuff like that. I switched out the cakes for chest. I moved the block over one so the streams are a little different. I like tested a whole bunch of stuff and nothing was working. And then I started moving it, and I moved it and it worked perfect. So I was like, okay, that's odd. And then I moved it again, and I was like, okay, maybe it's the height, you know, where it's at. So I moved it over there at the exact same height, and it still worked perfect. I was like, huh, that's weird. It's working perfect over there. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's the chunk thing, and that's why I got the idea. And yeah, I lined it up over there with the same chunk, and I put it in, and yep, it was broken. So that's how I figured out it was chunk alignment. And yeah, I wish I would have known that was a feature before we did all this. If you move out, is it going to run it into the other sections like the redstone and streams? No. Here, this corner is blown up, so I can't really show you on this corner. But I can go to this corner. Whenever I did this, see how there is a gap there? So we're, instead of the redstone going here, it's getting moved back one. So it's going to be there and there. So even the corner that we have to move two on, it's still not going to be touching. We're just not going to have this extra one gap right here. On the other sides, that gap's not going to be there. You get what I'm saying? Like that. So it's going to be fine. It's not going to be too noticeable because the structure's so big. But we'll know it's there. If we really wanted to, we could move this back one also and cut into this like that if we really wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I'm fine with the redstone pushback one because it's not really that noticeable. Tons of people are going to ask the same question, yeah. Yo, Static, what's up? Welcome to the stream, man. Long time no see. Basically, the farm is broken and I have to move it back by one block. So, I'm not going to rebuild it right now. What we're doing right now is, this is probably going to be a shorter stream because I am wanting to work on other stuff later on the normal stream. So, I'm just taking it down right now and going from there. I'm making it official, that's what I'm doing. Because if I don't take it down now, then I'll probably not do it later because I won't want to. So, if we start it, then it has to get done. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing it to start. And then, so no matter what, it has to get fixed now. I don't want to be talked out of it. I don't want to change my mind. I just want to, I want it to work. That's why I'm starting it now. It's going to look so weird. Why don't I stream on Twitch? Because every time I stream on Twitch, I get like 2 viewers the whole stream. I'll stream for hours and get like 2 viewers. I can't get people to watch Twitch. There's so many other people that stream on Twitch, and you have to basically be popular to get views on Twitch. It's harder to start. From my experience, it's harder to start. So we stream on YouTube, and yeah. What do you mean there's no pop-up notifications on Twitch? You're talking about like during the streams, like the subs and stuff? There is. Twitch is so bad for small streamers. Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at. From my experience, at least. I've tried and tried to stream on Twitch. It just does not work for me. So another thing that I wanted to do is why I'm streaming so early. I kind of want to test different times also. So that's another reason I'm streaming right now. Kind of see, because I know I stream late. Like, usually start streams at 8:30. That's why yesterday I started at like 7:30, an hour early. I kind of want to start messing around with different times and seeing what works better for other people. Because, you know, basically the more I stream, the faster we can grow. But I gotta figure out what time works the best for everybody that watches and for me. So, you know, we gotta kind of work with it. No, people aren't alerted when a streamer goes live. Oh, yeah, true. Also, another thing with this, moving this, we don't have to, this front wall here, I'm keeping this. Well, I kind of already said that because I'm not pushing it back. But we don't have to reorganize the loot on the front. So all this is staying organized just like that. We just have to re-put in the items in the back. So that saves us some work. We don't have to redo certain things. I kind of hope Eddie doesn't see the stream. Because I kind of want him to just get on and then see that the sorter's taken apart. He's going to be like, what? I mean, I told him it has to be rebuilt. Because he asked me, and I was like, yeah, it's broken, we got to move stuff. But I didn't tell him we was actually going to do it. I mean, I hope he kind of knows that we're actually going to do it, but I don't know. He will find out. It's 12 p.m. for you? Is it really that late already? Wow. It's almost 4 o'clock here. That's crazy. Time zones are so weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, it does make sense, but they're just kind of annoying. Angelina, I'm not sure they like being called that. Why don't we just kill half the people on Earth and not the same time zone? To be in the same time zone, you would have to have like one little slice, because just in the U.S. there's like 4 different time zones. You know, they're only an hour off each, but there's no way that everybody would be able to fit in one time zone. Alright, Storm, have a good one. This is so disappointing though. Every block I break hurts a little bit more. Yeah, I know they call people that, but I don't know, I just thought they didn't like it. Kind of like other sayings, which I'm not going to say just to be safe, but there's other sayings for other people, you know? Yep, I've created a mob spawner down here now. Now that all the stuff is out of the way. This is a sad moment, yep. It hurts. It really does, because that's so much work. Alright, Angelina, I'll take your word for it. Alright, that's one side stripped out. Well, besides the hoppers, we gotta move those still, but let's, oh god. What have I done? Looks so broken. Alright, so question is, should I go ahead and start rebuilding this one side and fully build the side to actually test it? I mean, that would be the smart idea, to do one side and test it. But I'm sure it's going to work once we move it, because that's what's wrong with it, is just the chunk alignment. So I'm sure it's going to work. But should we build one side and test it anyways, or go ahead and start tearing down all the other sides also. Your call, chat. Hold on a second. I gotta take off my hoodie because it's getting kind of hot in here. But I gotta take off my headset to take off my hoodie real quick. So give me a second. Alright, we're good now. Alright, test it first. So build one side and test it first. Is that what y'all calling for? I mean, that would be the smart idea. That would be the smart way of doing it. Oh, wait. I didn't even think about this. Wait, what side's taking off? Okay, so that's that side. This whole chunk needs to get moved back. So, okay, that can get pushed. Yeah, I mean, that can realign. This can. Yeah, that'll work, I guess. It's going to have to work. I guess, yeah, let's go ahead and start rebuilding this one side then. I mean, we could move this over one, too. That wouldn't be too hard to do. And it would be less noticeable. But then the stairs would have... No, we can't move the stairs. So we can't move that over one. And that's going to get annoying. So we have to sleep. I wasn't going to sleep, but everything's spawning down there. So we kind of have to sleep. Your world looks awesome. Thanks, I appreciate it, Alex. Yep, a lot of time and a lot of work goes into this world, as you can tell. Give me that. Okay, so the creeper did blow up some of these chiseled ones. So we gotta make some more of those chiseled ones real quick. And we gotta make a couple stairs. So we need stairs and chiseled quartz. Let's go ahead and grab that. Stairs and I mean there's one chiseled, but I need more than one. How's there not a crafting table over here? When is the cave update actually happening? The cave update is coming out sometime summer, that's all we know. My guess would be around June, like June 20th, somewhere around there. That's whenever they usually do their big updates, right around June. So, that'll be my guess. No one knows for sure though, so if anybody tries to tell you a certain exact date, they don't know yet. So, anybody else's guess is as good as mine, so I mean you can go off someone else's guess, but I think around June, mid-June, or early July. Okay, let's build one first. Let's build this first one all the way up so we can use this as a reference and go all the way down, kind of like we did with the other modules. So let's get everything we need to build one section first. Do I play any Pokemon games? I haven't played any Pokemon games in years. Well, I played Pokemon Go when it first came out. Like, I didn't really play it, I modded it. And then I stopped getting on it, so I don't know. But other than that, I mean, Pokemon games, I used to play the old versions, like Yellow, Blue, and stuff like that on Game Boy. Like, I'm talking about the old school stuff that most of y'all probably didn't play. Okay, hoppers. We need to move these, start moving these hoppers too. I'll go ahead and take a couple from this down here. I want to leave the other ones as a reference so we can have a guide to go off of, but let's just move a couple so I can have hoppers to place. Should be good right there. Okay, this whole section I can go ahead and just tear out. The chest will stay. Yep, so basically that's how that's going to have to get, because I don't want to change the front, so we're not going to scoot the chest back, so we can just do it like that, and the item should still go through everything just fine. So this should still be a working module right here. As for the redstone, I mean, I could, yeah, let's go ahead and put the redstone on it just so we're not confused of where everything goes. It'll only take a second to put the redstone. I was going to say I could leave the redstone off of it for now, but why not put it on? So that should be one fixed. Couple hundred more to go. That's, yeah. Yeah. So that means the ice path has to go here. So it'll be here. All the cakes have to get moved over by one. Yeah, it should work. It should be fine. If I just move everything over by one, it should be fine. I don't see why it wouldn't work. It's going to look a little funny from the inside, but it's not that noticeable. Alright, yeah. This should be good. I know, I'm kind of like double and triple checking over everything as I'm going. That's why I'm going so slow. And that's why I keep on like checking stuff. Because I want to make sure that this is actually going to work and I'm not going to waste my time. I think fire red, but it's sort of black and white, not really any color, and it only says red version. I don't. Hold on, let me read that again. I think fire red, but sort of black and white. Oh, he was asking. Yeah, that's. I didn't read the other comment. My bad. But no, I still have the blue and the yellow one. I still have the cartridges for it for Game Boy. I know my Game Boy's broke, but I mean I still have them. So really the only difference that there's going to be on these sides is there's going to be an extra hopper on each, because this hopper here has to get put in so that goes over. So we're going to have a couple extra hoppers. Oh, I was like, that's wrong, but it's a half slab. It's a half slab. This one right here should be a full block. Yeah, that's a full block. So get rid of this and then put the glass block here. So that should be number 2. Aw, great. Now I'm stuck in here with the horsey. Alright, that's easy enough. I thought he was going to get out whenever I broke that. Alright, so that should be 2 done. Let me check over the system real quick. The ice path there. You got the gap for that. And then we would need a solid block here. That seems like it'll be right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, on to the next layer, so the last layer. Are you going to move the sides bits like those gardens or something? No, Pixel, I'm not worried about it. The only difference is some of it's going to start on this and some of it's going to start on this block. I mean, maybe later on we could move them. I don't really want to though. But, I mean, it's not that noticeable. It's not noticeable. So there's going to be some small imperfections in this, but it's going to work. That's the main thing. As long as it works, right? And it's still going to look good. It's still going to look awesome. But the only difference is instead of having that one block gap there, this one's going to have redstone down it. So, I mean, it's just something that we're going to have to deal with. Okay, so next one, let me push back this top one here. So we need ice. I need more ice. So ice, then glass. No. No, no glass. So that'll be a hopper, 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 and then this, this, half slab, this, this. And then put this here in a glass block there. Oh, y'all know y'all like that jump in place. That was nice. Have you ever tried going back in the end again, even though it's corrupted and it's not really corrupted. It's just glitched. I have been in the end. We went in there not long ago because we was farming stuff from the end. But no, it's not corrupted. It's just glitched. I will eventually build a ender farm and stuff like that inside the end. I've been wanting to build that for a while. I just haven't had the time and got around to it because we got so many other projects going right now. I haven't really thought about going into it because I want to build the other farms first, like the wither skeleton farm, the skull, stuff like that. So those are first on the list, but we'll get to that eventually. So yeah, that should be it right there. That should be all we have to do is just build that all the way down just like that. Let me triple check this real quick. Let me just stand back and go through it. Okay, so we got one item sorted there. That's going into that, yes. That's push back one block. Yep, that stream's pushed back by one. So we're good on that. Okay, this module, we got all the redstone work there. This, go up. The stream would be here. We need it to be here. So where the ice block is, yes, that's pushback one. That's good. This module here, all the redstone's right. That's connected to that. Oh yeah, that's connected to that chest, so that still goes there. That's connected to that. These should be. Yeah, that's all good. And let me check to make sure this is pushed back one block. So the stream would normally be here, but we need it here. So yeah, that should be good right there. So that's the only difference we have to do. Literally scoot it back. The redstone work, scoot it back by 1 block. So let's go ahead and tear up everything. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of this, everything. So we could just go down the line building it all at one time. So, I mean, yes, this is a lot of work to fix it, but it's not really too much work, you know? It's not going to take us too long. It's not like I got to rebuild literally everything. It's just the redstone work on the back side. How do you make a wither skeleton farm? It's kind of complicated. I would have to go over and... I know other people have tutorials, so I'd suggest watching a tutorial on it. The one that I'm going to be building is my own design. I got the idea from someone else, though. So I seen a little clip of someone trapping the withers where they spawn, because they spawn on a grid, kind of like how the ocean monuments with the guardians, how they spawn. They spawn on a certain grid pattern. So once I seen that clip and I seen that they spawn on a grid, I was like, okay, well I can take that. You can trap them, pick them up in minecarts, and bring them to wherever you want, to your kill chamber. And then I had the idea to, you know, if you blow up a mob with a creeper, a charged creeper, you automatically get their head, right? So what if you take all the wither skeleton after you trap them, since you got to move them anyways, move them to the overworld, and in the overworld have a creeper farm, and turn that into a charged creeper farm, which will even be better whenever we have lightning rods. But for now, you can just use your trident whenever it rains, you know, for the creeper farm. And then have the creeper blow up all the wither, drop in heads. So your drop rate's going to be 100% of the time. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. Oh, I need a solid block here. And yeah, heals. I do open lobbies all the time. Well, not all the time. I did one last week. If you join the Discord, I announce on Discord whenever I do them. But last week we did one. You don't think it can ever be 100% drop rate? What do you mean? It should be. Whenever a mob blows up by a creeper, it drops a head. Well, I mean, I guess there is a small chance that... Wait, no? I was going to say, I guess there's a small chance that the next one could blow up one of the heads. But as soon as they blow up and drop all the heads, then they're going to get picked up anyways and set up for the next one. So there's no loss from blowing up. So I don't know where I would lose any heads at. So whenever you kill a mob with the creeper, it drops its head. I don't know, maybe there's, and that's only for skeletons, zombies, and creepers. I'm pretty sure it'll work with, I haven't tested it. Yeah, that's true. I theoretically it should work with the wither skeletons. I don't see why wouldn't it. They're still a skeleton. Why am I taking it down? It's broke, so we gotta take it. We're moving it by 1 block. We gotta move it over 1 block. The chunk alignment is breaking it because you can't have it aligned a certain way, which is something that's not really my fault. It kind of just happened that way. So there's nothing wrong with the design. It's just where we put it. Yeah, a lot of work to move it over. We gotta tear down half the thing to move it over by 1 block. That's literally 1. How many people do I let join the world at once? It's a copy of the world. I just leave it open and I let how many people join. I just leave it open and go AFK. So whatever happens in the world happens, and yeah, I don't. So however many people wants. Last weekend, there was, I believe, 4 people in it that joined. I believe it was 4. Actually, some forum says otherwise. Yeah, I haven't tested it, so that is something I still have to test. But I would think it would work. Why wouldn't they drop their heads? They're still a mob, right? And they do drop heads. So what's the difference? You know what? How about this? How about we just test it real quick? Anything bad happen? Yeah, always. Every time I do them, heal. Every time. Something bad always happens. Like last one, there was someone going around killing people that was playing or something like that. I don't know. The first open lobby I did it on stream, and there was this guy duplicating diamonds, and he was throwing them in really big piles, and he was lagging the server so bad. Like, he was basically just crashing the server from duping diamonds. He was doing it on purpose, but... So we need this. This. A trident. Let's see. An anvil. Channeling. Where's channeling? Wait, how did I go over it? Riptide, loyalty, channeling right there. Should be all we need to test. Yeah, I know that, Angelina. Has to be thundering. Nitro, sorry, I haven't been able to watch your streams since I've been busy. Yeah, it's all good. Did I kick them? Healed? No, I didn't know at the time. I didn't know until after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just do 10. Let's. Yeah, they dropped their heads. Um. So how's the farm going to work if it relies on the wither? What do you mean? Basically, I would transfer the wither skeleton. Why is it not working? I think my Minecraft broken. Basically, I would transfer the wither skeleton from the fortress to the overworld. In the overworld, I'll have a chamber, a blast chamber, that the wither skeleton go to that holds them. And then I'll have a creeper farm off to the side, so a creeper would spawn. It would drop down, go into a minecart. I would have a station set up so whenever it storms, I can make a whole bunch of charged creepers, and then make them go down the line, drop the charged creeper into the pit, blow them all up, and get all their heads. Yeah, I know all that. I'll just explain it whenever I build it. That'll be the easiest way of going about it. How do you blow them up without dying? You can blow up charged creepers without dying. You just have to build a chamber thing and wear armor and stand in the right spot. They're not that hard to blow up. Alright, I should have 10 heads out of this. Yep, 10 heads. So that's 100% drop rate right there. As long as I do them one at a time, which a shield, yeah, you could use a shield. But I would have an obsidian box so the creeper doesn't break it. And I would have a 1 block gap, like, you know, like a hole. So I can stand behind and blow up the creeper. And the mobs might despawn. No, they'll only despawn if you're farther than 44 blocks away from the mobs. That's fine. I already got all that sorted. There's no reason it should not work. So you can make them, oh yeah, it's about that. If you hit them with the flint and steel, it does make them go off. But yeah, there's 10 heads right there, so that's 100% drop rate. So every single wither skeleton that I can get a head from. Which will be basically the fastest wither skeleton farm you can build. because other ones you gotta kill like a bunch of them and they don't drop heads every time. But if you do this, they will drop heads every time. Alright, so let's join back in the world and start building again. I'll do a tutorial on it also after I build it and make sure everything's working and get out all the little flaws on it. Transferring the withers to the skeleton means that you need the 2 constant if you Nah, despawning won't be a problem. If you put a mob through a portal, it won't despawn until you're in that overworld. Kind of like how people do it with the guardian farms. They send them to the nether. They don't despawn yet until you go in there and then move away. So that's going to be fine. And getting charged creepers, that's going to be easy too, because whenever you have a creeper farm, you can get a whole bunch of creepers, wait till a thunderstorm. Whenever a thunderstorm happens, make like 20 or 30 charged creepers, as much as you can at one time. Have them in temporary chambers to hold them, you know, like holding cells. Name tag them, because, you know, we got farms for name tags or emeralds, so we can get unlimited name tags. So you just name them and yeah, go from there. Like it's all. I have everything. I've thought of almost everything on it, so it should be good. And even if I needed 2 accounts, guess what? I got 2 accounts that are on 24/7 anyways. So that's not a problem either. If it did come down to that. But mobs don't despawn like as soon until you go in the nether, then they'll despawn. But whenever you push them through, they'll stay in that chunk. As long as I have my portal within render distance, then it'll be fine. Why would you eventually trap creepers? That would be because if you do that, you get way more heads. The drop rate is a lot more. It's going to be way faster to get heads with a creeper, charge creepers, because like I just showed you, it's 100% drop rate. So yeah, dogs. I used to use dogs. My old creeper farm, wither farm, the broken one. That's why there's so many dogs at it. It's because I used to use dogs, and they don't work so well. I mean, yeah, they work good, but it's kind of slow. One charged creeper, I will get like at least 20 heads for each creeper, if not more. It depends on how long I let them stack up. I can let them stack up all the way to, like, you know, I can get a whole stack of heads with one creeper if I wanted to. Why am I taking down the sorter? I am fixing it, so we gotta rebuild half the sorter. You know what? I'm almost going to have one whole side finished before even in stream. Like, all I gotta do is do the redstone work now. Well, I gotta figure out this section here. So let's go ahead and figure out this section, so we have a better idea. Isn't transferring one at a time slower? Not really. Because all you do is you put it in a minecart, and the creeper farm's going to be right next to the where I'm sending them. It's all going to be in one build together. So it's going to be like, you know, you got the farm over here, and it's going to put it into a minecart and just roll it. It's going to almost all be automatic. Like, you got to press a couple buttons to control some stuff. But because what I'll do is have it where I single out one creeper, and then it'll be put in a chamber. I'll hit that creeper with my trident to make him a charge creeper. Then I'll go down, I'll hit a button, which will drop them down into a minecart, which will be already set on a rail. And then I'll hit another button to power that minecart, and that'll send the creeper along the path, drop them into the tank, and then all I have to do is blow them up. So it's going to be basically automatic. No! You can't use Silk Touch on cake. Wasting cake over here. Don't mind me, I'm just over here wasting cake. I'm one of those guys now. Wait, this has to go half slab. Wait, no, that has to go cake. I need the cake line here. Yeah, so that should work right there. Should be all I have to do right there. What about getting the wither skeletons without blowing up the portal? Whenever you send them through the portal, you want the portal up above the ground so they fall into a chamber. So you want the portal like a box and the portal up here. So they go through and they fall down. But you don't want it too high, because if it's too high, they will take fall damage and die. So you want it a certain amount so they do take some fall damage, which weakens them. So the creeper can blow up all of them easily without having none survive. And yeah, so you got to set the height manually, which I already know the height. It is, I believe, 21 blocks. I'll recount my old farm to get the exact height that I need, but you can reset the height so they don't take too much fall damage. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big farm, but it's going to work really good. That's the only reason I haven't started it yet also, because I've been wanting to start that for a while, but we've been trying to get this sorter finished, which we won't start that farm for a little while now, because, you know, I want to start on the dragon. That's what we'll be doing later. It's either building on the dragon or digging out a chamber over there. I'm not sure. Which I'm not even sure how much longer I'll be streaming for today. Like for right now at least. Because in a little bit I do want to get off and go get something to eat and stuff. and then later whenever Eddie gets on, because he did say he wants to get on today, we'll go do something else. Thanks for answering the questions. No, it's all good, Angelina. Just trying to learn how I'm trying to do things, trying to understand it. Which is actually good that you're answering questions, because you're basically double checking the design that I'm going with, and if something is wrong, because I'm thinking about it right now, then I could, I would notice it before actually building it. But as of right now, everything that I've said makes sense to me. I know you don't know exactly how I'm doing it, but everything seems like there's no reason it shouldn't work so far. So we'll be good. What am I doing? That's not right. This goes, yeah, let me dig all this up. For like 3 months, yeah, we've been working on this for like 3 months. It was finished, but we gotta tear it down and rebuild it. So expect another 3 months out of it. No, not really. Expect I give it, I'd say a week, and we'll have it completely back to finish. Like, because all we have to do is rebuild four of the modules, which shouldn't take too long. Just myself, I've already almost did one, and I'm going really slow right now because I am explaining a whole bunch of stuff and I'm paying more attention to stream. So I am going pretty slow right now, but just myself, I've already almost completed one. So, and the second, third, like the other ones are going to be way easier and faster to do anyways. So yeah, we should be able to get this done within a week. Also, Angelina, another thing with that farm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it by a skeleton spawner, so I can get regular skeleton heads also. So it's going to be a wither skeleton head farm, and a regular skeleton head farm. It's going to be a mix of both. If we get lucky, we can do a dual thing where we have a zombie farm right next to it too, but I doubt we're going to get that lucky, because I need the portal by in a certain area, so I gotta check that area. So I know we'll get the skeleton farm because there's one over there, but I'm hoping whenever the update comes, it'll change the biome a little bit over there, and I'm hoping we'll get two spawners. I don't know, we'll find out. Use them for decorating. Yeah, that's what we're doing with them. You know that walkway that's in the nether? You know how I said it needs thousands of heads on it, all the way down it? That's why I need a farm so good. Bozy, you gotta go? Alright, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream so far. Have a good one. I will be streaming later, most likely, whenever Eddie gets on, so if you want to check that out. We'll be working on something different. I think later, I'm leaning more towards working on the land around the dragon. You know, the bottom land part. Do some of that, because that's something we gotta start on soon. So I think that's what we're going to do later. But I might also go with building a underwater walkway out of glass. So I don't know. We'll probably go with working on the dragon, because I do want to start on that. You forgot? Yeah, so that project is still going to get done. Landscaping sounds good, yeah. I know it got pushed back a while because we haven't been working in the Nether for a good bit now, but I'm still going to finish that project eventually. At least get the walkway done, right? At least finish that. So what am I doing now? We are rebuilding part of the item sorter. We had to move it back by 1 block. This is 1 out of 4 that we have to tear down and rebuild. Also, if everybody could drop a like, it helps out a lot. So I appreciate it if you do. It helps everything get suggested and more viewers and stuff like that. You know, it gets the videos out there more. Alright, so let's go ahead and go down. I'm gonna have this whole, most of this whole one done. That's awesome. So, really, we could have this fixed in 3 days. Cause say I build 1 module a day, right? There's 4 modules. Okay, I can get this one done today. Tomorrow I can do one and Eddie can do one, and then the next day I could do one. So I'll do 3 of them and Eddie could do one, maybe. I don't know. We can have it done in 3 days if we really push it. I don't think we're going to push it that hard, but if we really want it to, we could have it done. Right there. So after I put all this redstone down, this whole bottom module should be good, working, and set. I do have to go in the front of them and pull out all the materials that fell into them, but I'm not doing that right now. I'll do that off stream because I do have to go in every single chest and pull everything out. Is your sorting system so big because you're on Bedrock? Now, it doesn't matter what version of the game you are on. It's still the same amount of work. You can build the same exact item sorter in Java. The same. There's no difference. Actually, you can build a bigger one in Java because the render distance is different. In Java, you can change the render distance. In Bedrock, you can't on survival. So if it was in Java, this system would, I would be able to do it like the old way, the other way that I wanted to do it before I did this design. Which y'all don't really know exactly what I'm talking about because I never really showed it. But basically what I was going to do is have a different section for every item. Like, you know, the nether stuff, I was going to build a whole nether biome for the nether stuff and have it sorted like that. Like, it was going to be pretty fun. I was asking because most people in Java have smaller systems. Yeah, most people are smarter. It's really pointless to have a sorter this big. Like, there's no reason for it at all. Here, I'll go show you real quick. So basically, I have every item in the game, right? In the system, stackable item, stackable. You know, you can't sort non-stackables. But all the blank spots here, these are extra sorters, but I don't have, there's not enough items in the game to fill up all these spaces. That's why this system here is pointless, like having it so big. I mean, there's plenty of room, so whenever update comes out, I have plenty of room to add the new materials. But all these sorters here are just extra. It's just overly big for no reason. Like, you see all those extra ones there. And then you got this whole shocker loader type thing down there. This is going to be so convenient. Yeah, that's why we went so big. And that's the only reason I'm fixing it, because it's going to be a game changer whenever it's done. Yeah, it's super cool. It's inspiring. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's awesome. I'm happy with it so far. Besides for having to rebuild it. But other than that, I'm happy with it. Just empty out your inventory whenever you want. No worry, yeah. And all the non-stackables will go down to the overflow down there. So I can throw in everything into the system, and it'll sort it. And then the non-stackables, I can manually sort that after. So that there's no problem with that either. Almost got everything figured out. Give me the button. No. Put the button there. And then I need cake again. Put cake here to realign that, and yeah, that should be good. I just gotta do one more thing, which is add in the ice along this pathway, and then we should be good. Will there be another open lobby on Sunday? I'm not sure if I'll do another one this weekend coming up. Because I don't try to do them too often, because nobody really joins. The last one, we had 4 people join, which was more than all the other ones. Because usually what will happen would be, I would do an open lobby, and I'll sit there for like 2 hours, and not a single person would join. Like, I've done that a bunch of times. That's why I don't do them as often as I used to, because I used to do them every single weekend. But so we'll find out. If there's enough people that want to join an open lobby this weekend, then I'll do it. But as of right now, I don't see us doing it this weekend, because there's probably not going to be too many people that want to join. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's do a 3 and then, yeah, let's do it like that. Has anyone ever griefed my world recently? I don't really let people join the world that often. So the last time no, not recently. It's been a couple years, because every time I let people join the world, I do it on a copy of the world, and I'm not saving it. I do an open lobby so people can randomly join and look around, but that does not get saved. So I don't count that as griefing, because I tell them they can do whatever they want. Um, but other than that, not really, because I don't let people join. I mean, Eddie burnt down one of my ponies, but other than that, I haven't been griefed. People make creepers blow up on... yeah, but I don't let people join on the master copy anymore, Angelina. That's why anytime anybody joins, I automatically kick them, because that's what they used to do. I've tried taking away privileges to let people walk around and look at the stuff, but then they started blowing up creepers to blow up stuff. That's why I don't allow people to join at all anymore whenever I'm working on stuff. The only time people can join is whenever I do the open lobbies, because then it really doesn't matter. Why am I taking it down? We gotta rebuild it. We gotta move it over one block, because chunk alignments cause the sorter not to work. So we gotta tear down half the build and rebuild it to move it over one block. He did. What do you mean? Whenever I said Eddie burnt down one of the ponies? Yeah, I did the video on it, remember? At the intro of the video? Have I ever thought about making a museum? Yes. That's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. With the museum, I want to have, or a zoo. I thought about both. I want to have every mob in the game. So one of every mob, passive and aggressive. So, you know, like, get a wither, and not wither, but a gas and stuff to the overworld, which I need to do that anyways for a blast chamber for tree farm. But eventually, yes, I do want to have one of every single mob in the game in a zoo type museum thing. That's something I've been wanting to do for like 2 years, 3 years now, but I've never got around to it because I got so many other big projects. Eventually, maybe, hopefully we can get to it one day. It's just a lot of work. You know, what if we make that glass instead of quartz? Might look nicer. Yeah, let's make this glass right here instead of quartz. We might be able to change that on the other ones too. Let me go look. If we can change that on the other ones, we totally could. Bet. That'll make the system look so much cooler. Because if I change that out for glass, you'll be able to see the items going through the system here also. I don't know, I kind of like it. It kind of looks nice. It might be too much. Let's just do it quartz. It might be too much if we do it glass. You don't want to overdo it, right? So this section here I will cover up with glass to match that. But right here we'll go quartz. You don't want to overdo it because then it'll be too much and it won't look as good. Alright, so get this line done, and that'll be the whole bottom module complete. And we only have to do 2 more, and then this thing's fully complete. see. I don't know if I should get off for now and take a break, because I do want to stream later too, or if I should continue for a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and at least finish this bottom one completely. Like add in the water, add in the cakes, because we need to put a bunch of cakes down. I don't know if I have any cake. Do I have any cake? No. Let's go buy some cakes real quick.
Huh?
25 likes already? That's awesome. Yeah, so the streams definitely do better during the daytime. Hold on. Let me see who just messaged me. It was Eddie. Alright, so, let's see. Yeah, streams definitely do better during the daytime, I've noticed. So that's cool. Let's see, where am I? Okay, right here. Add in the cake, that'll align that, so the items will get pushed, drop down. They'll go through that, hit that water bucket here. We do need to go get some ice though, so let's go ahead and fly over there and get some ice. Yeah, my bad. I was texting and flying. You always want stackable water. Stackable water is like game changer. Instead of filling up your buckets all the time, if you just get ice like this and place it down and break it, it's so much easier. Highly recommend it. Go like that, and then another thing with ice farms, if you put down random pieces like this, it'll freeze a lot faster. So another thing, always put down random chunks. It'll spread from that one piece and freeze everything faster. Alright, so let's head back over there and put in all the water. Yeah, see how much easier this is right here? Instead of filling up a bucket every time, going back and forth. Okay, this first one here, I gotta do a little bit of changing. So we need cakes along this. That might be it? Question mark? Yeah, I think that should be everything. Alright, yeah, that should be everything. That should be good. I kind of don't like that open thing right there, but I mean, we can change that later on. Um, this will get connected. So we gotta clean up this corner a bit. To do that, I'll just get rid of this. Go ahead and bring this block all the way over to match up that line. Actually, why doesn't that match up anyways? It should match up. Oh, no, there is. This should be glass. So let's just fill in this whole section with glass, and then that should be everything. Yeah, that should be it right there. I'll throw in an item just in case, because I do want to make sure everything's working right. Why cakes? So basically, the cakes is to align the items. Whenever you have an item sorter, you want cakes on the side. You either want cakes or any type of half block. So chest, ender chest. You can use like different type of tool type things. You know, like a grindstone or something. There's a bunch of different things you can put, but it makes the things align, the items, and it'll go down this whole pathway. Oh, I can't throw an item in it right now. If I throw an, because none of these are locked. These are not locked right now. What's up, Eddie? Jesus World's massive, thanks. If you haven't already, go check out the tour video if you want to see more of the other builds. Oh, that's a problem. Alright, let's sort that one out real quick. Why is that? Oh, okay. Easy fix. Should be easy fix. Yeah, you did a long time ago. No, there's a new one since that old one. Yeah, so the reason why the water is going down is because the button is missing. So I just gotta break that and place one button, and we should be good. So place that there. Now all the items should go hit this, and they'll be along this line. They'll hit this stream, and this stream should push them right into where we need them to go. That way I don't have to move this at all. Oh, yeah, let's move the button from here and put the button. Let's put the button here. That way it looks a lot neater. That's not gonna work. Nope. The button has to go here. That should work. As long as that streams long enough, that should work. That should be fine. Am I making an item sorter? Yeah, we're fixing the item sorter. It's broken right now, and we got to rebuild half of it. Hey, just thought I'd check out the stream. That's awesome, cool. Hope you enjoy it. In a few, I'm gonna head off for a little bit and take a break, you know, get me something to eat and stuff like that. But then we'll probably do another stream later and work on the dragon and stuff. So, because I know y'all are kind of tired of seeing the item sorter, but we're so close to it being working. We was finished, but then we have to deal with this issue. So, I'm gonna tighten up this whole corner So let's go ahead and do that. Make everything look nicer over here. So the nicer everything looks in the corner, the better off it's going to be. The string, I'll replace that later, so don't worry about the string. I mean, we could fill this with... Nah, let's not fill that. There's no reason to fill that. Go ahead and place this down like this. See, everything can get moved back by one block. This one I will fill in just because it looks nicer. And I don't want the items to pop out. And you can see that side from the front, so it'll look nicer if we just go ahead and fill it in. I guess I'll fill in this one also, just to get rid of the space. Wait, no, this matches that outside. Huh. I don't know. Let's not fill it in for now, and then if we need to, we can go back and do that. Oh, that's not going to line up. Yeah, that's not going to line up right. Because we want the corner to stay the same, so we don't want to change that. So let's do this. Let's have it where it looks like it lines up, but it really doesn't. So we kind of hide it. So from the middle, it'll look the same, but from the back, it'll be a little different. So let's go ahead and re-put that back how it was and match the design that was there. That way it still flows nicely from the middle and looks all natural. Well, not natural, but you get what I mean. So, fill this back in. This one should be fine. Yeah, that one should be fine. Oh, I kind of want to push it under. Let's push this one under and then... all those wasted blocks over there. I'm not even going to do anything with them. Alright, so yeah, that looks fine. It still looks like it did before. The only difference is right here is it's 2 thick instead of 1, which we could change that also. So let's change that one. So the only real difference is right here it just doesn't line up perfect, which isn't a big deal. And then we'll have a glass block here connecting this with this. Like that. Which I don't have any more glass on me. That's nice. We got 22 left. So we'll have to make more glass and stuff. So yeah, I'm fine with that. It's good enough for me. We'll just always know that this is where it had to get repaired, and it'll be sticking out a little bit more. How do I know where chunk borders are? Well, you can use a texture pack for it if you have PC. The reason I know where they are is because I kind of figured it out the hard way. Well, whenever I first built it, I knew where they were. But as of right now, I kind of figured out the hard way, and whenever I learn that items can't go into the hoppers, I kind of know that it's on this line here. So basically, a way you could figure it out if you can't use texture packs is can get some redstone, make a whole redstone line with a bunch of flashing lights, and as soon as it freezes, because if you step out of the boundary, then your circuit will stop working. Here, I'll show you real quick. I'm basically done building for now. I'm gonna go ahead and put all my stuff up, but I can show you how you can find chunk border lines without having to go to using some kind of texture pack. You also could look up your seed on Chunkbase, and they'll tell you exactly where the borders are. That will be the easier way of doing it. But if you need to figure it out without using any program or doing all that, then there's a way you can do it. Hold on a second. Oh, I gotta load it up on the PlayStation. I forgot the world's on the PlayStation. Almost 30 likes this stream. That's awesome. 2 more and we'll hit 30. Can we get 30 before the end? Maybe. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just loading up the creative real quick, and then I'm gonna show him how to do find chunk borders, and then I'm gonna head off for now. But there will be another stream later working on the dragon. So. Alright, let me go down to the creative copy, or creative world, which would be this one. You're going to get some viewers. So you don't have to right now because I head off soon. But on the stream later, if you're in the stream later, that'll be awesome. Also, here's a sneak peek at what's to come, but we'll not go over that right now. Some of y'all know what that is. Alright, so chunk borders. A way to figure it out. Okay, so basically it's in a grid 16 by 16. Each chunk is 16 by 16. And you can only load the chunk you're in. You can only load, like, say this is one 16 by 16 area. You can only load 4 blocks in each direction. Like that. And it goes out by 1, and then it goes diagonal. So basically that is your distance. Each of these one block is 16 blocks long. Here, let's put a red block just so it breaks up the contrast and you can see it a little bit better. So, you know, you stand in that. To find chunks, you can either use a texture pack, which will show you the lines on it, or you can go to Chunkbase. Just go to Google and look up Chunkbase, and it'll show you, well, you type in your seed and everything, and it'll tell you the coordinates of the corners. So you get the coordinate of one corner and the other, then you get your middle square, and you can put this grid around it like that. Or you can do it manually, which is kind of hard. So this right here is right on the border. So, okay, you see how whenever I throw items in this, you see how those light up? So let me throw some more items. Basically, all I have is a pressure plate like this, and you know, when the item goes over it, it'll light them up, right? And it'll flash because it's just going over it for a second. So if you throw a bunch of items in here, you don't have to use items like that. You can just use a clock, but I use it like that just in case. So right here is good, right here is too far. So if I stand right here, you can see those lights are flashing in the back. Okay. and wait till they start flashing. But if I stand back, they'll stop. See how I step back? The reason that one stayed on is because those items are frozen. So, you know, it's easier whenever you do it that way. But that's how you can figure it out. If you're too far back, the items will be frozen and they'll be on. As soon as I step forward onto this block, so I step forward, the light goes off. Instead of using items in an item thing, you could do something like this, where you, redstone. So you can get 2 observers, some redstone dust, and some lights, which I could just get some lights from here. So you could do something like this instead. Put an observer facing this way, observer facing into that one, so that creates like a little circuit clock thing that flashes. Put your redstone and then put some lights. Oh, that's too fast. Figured it'll flash, but that seems, yeah, that's too fast. So what we can do is just create a basic clock with repeaters instead. Oh, my bad. I had them mixed around. Okay, so you can create a basic clock like that. To have 2 repeaters facing this way into a block with a torch. Have 2 repeaters facing that way. 2 redstone dust there. That'll create a little clock so you can test stuff. Have this going out. Put your lights. Here, I'll make the lights a bit bigger so we can see them from far away. You know, you can have them going in a repeater, so I'll do that just so it's easier to see. Kind of like the same setup I have over there. Okay, so you could do something like that. Now, as soon as I step on this, it'll work. You know, it'll continue flashing. But as soon as I step back 1 block, so let's walk backwards 1, it freezes. So that's how you can test if your chunk borders. And then you'll know that's your border right there, and you'll know if it works. So if I walk forward 1, it starts flashing. If I walk backwards, it's broken. So that's a manual way of checking. But with that, this will work anywhere in your borderline. So what you want to do is, if it's working and not working, scoot this back 1 block. Keep scooting it back as far as you can until it doesn't work. And then you'll know that this is the line back here. So if it's working and not working while I'm scooting back, that means the line will be right here in between this block and this block, and that'll be your border. And then you do your math, you know, 16, and you can just add it out. So 16 times 4, and build your whole thing out of that, like this. So you'll go in 16, 16, 16, 16, then you get your center point, like that. So it's a little bit harder if you're not using some kind of program to tell you, but that's how you figure it out. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head off for now. I hope that helped a little bit. And yeah, guys, have a good one. I'll be on later. Peace out. Do I think I ever hit 10K? Yeah, maybe one day. But anyways, have a good one.